It's Perp back with another video, and I just got done watching episode 7 of Yellowjackets season 1. And if you didn't know already, they are coming back for season 2, so keep that in mind. And I appreciate all the comments and discussions that people are having in the comment section. Keep those up because, man, y'all come up with some really dope theories, make me really think about this show even more. It makes this show even more dope of a watch each week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to seeing people's thoughts and feelings about this episode. I do have some negatives, most definitely, about this episode, but we're going to get into all that. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at perp420. So we pick up where the last episode left off with Ty kind of just coming to the realization that, like, oh shit, I'm sleepwalking. She definitely has something going on with sleepwalking. And she's like cleaning her hands of all the dirt and realizing that she has this bite mark. She has to clean this up. So Sam isn't all the way crazy. You know what I'm saying? So when he's talking about the bad one, she's talking about Taissa. So that's really interesting. So she has to kind of get things together. But jumping back to the wilderness, tensions are brewing because, like, people are bumping heads with each other. There's not enough food. There's not enough, like, just to survive just standing around. So Taissa, makes a stand and, wants to go explore, see if there's a road or anything, because she doesn't want to stay here and just die. And everybody is kind of just against her, especially Van. She really kind of pushes back on it. A lot of interesting things with Van as well. Very sad things. We'll get into all that and whatnot. Taissa gets this new look. It was really random. I don't understand what was the reason for her to cut her hair, but I guess whatever. She cuts her hair. She does all this within like an hour. She makes this decision, like, whoever's with me is with me. Whoever's against me is against me. I'm not staying here. I'm gonna head out. Meanwhile, the people that kind of stay back, Travis and Natalie kind of get some alone time, and Natalie is just really feeling it in the moment. Is trying to get Travis to kind of have sex with her and whatnot. And then it just kind of falls apart for him, if you know what I mean. Yeah, he can't get it up. And I gotta say, that's really embarrassing, especially if it's a chick that you really like and it's not really working for you. That could really be an embarrassing experience, especially if, you're a virgin or if you never, had sex with somebody before. So, that happened. Now, some very interesting details before everybody kind of parts ways. Going back to Lottie. Lottie had a dream about Van and just talking about, this sea of red and just smoke. And to be honest, if Lottie told me this, I would completely believe her and I would stay my ass in the cabin, because obviously she is the key to a lot of shit, a lot of spooky shit. She could predict things and it's really fucking weird, but I would just completely 100% believe what she said. Also, we get a little funny scene of, Misty going up to the coach saying, like, I'm sorry I'm gonna have to leave you, because she ends up going with Taissa and like Van and all them. That was a pretty funny scene because you could see that the coach was kind of relieved that Misty's gonna go away for a while. And he knows that she's crazy, so that was really funny and an interesting scene. But keep that in mind about Lottie, though. That plays into a lot of interesting things that it has me excited for these last few episodes. I think we're gonna start to see a lot of things unfold. So then we get this scene of Jackie pressing Shauna about just what is she hiding, because she knows it's a best friend thing, I guess, whatever. She just senses that something's off. She's hiding something. She's seeing her run off with Ty and stuff like that. And Shauna pretty much lets Jackie know that she's pregnant. And you're thinking like, oh shit, she's going to tell Jackie that it's Jeff's baby. No, she says some dude named Randy or something like that. Randy. Anyways, but Jackie's able to kind of put two and two together, and her stories are not really adding up. And I really like this scene that we kind of get with these two. You know, I think that was one of the highlights of this episode. Back in present day, you have Natalie, Ty, and Shauna all meeting up, you know, to pretty much meet up with this guy that's blackmailing them. They all got the 50K all together and whatnot. This whole scene, honestly, there was parts I liked about it, but then there's parts that just kind of felt out of place, because you had a lot of serious moments with like the scenes of them in the wilderness, and then it kind of takes you out of it with this kind of, you know, let's wait to see where this goes, who's really tracking us, who's blackmailing us and whatnot. We could follow them. It was just a lot of extra stuff they could have probably done differently, in my opinion, to kind of just not make it seem so goofy. But they do have this kind of stakeout, and Taissa and Shauna say something really interesting about Natalie, that, you know, if it wasn't for her, they wouldn't be here. So we're probably going to get more information on what that is as the series goes on. So now we got Van kind of talking about Lottie and whatnot. And you can see that Taissa is really getting frustrated by this, because she wants to be so right about this. She just is so determined to be right about this, and not really like looking at the signs, and not really using her head. Instead, she just wants to kind of just prove something. I don't know. That's the thing about Ty's character. She always feels like she has to prove things. Anyways, then we get this little bonding moment of the girls and whatnot, and then we get these wolves howling and stuff. And Taissa says some really stupid shit in here, saying like, "Oh, wolves aren't afraid of people, are afraid of people," which is dumb. I was like, "Are you serious right now? You're gonna really say that wolves aren't afraid of people? Come on now." You don't know how many there are. It was definitely multiple howls. So that was a really stupid remark from Ty's perspective. I'm just saying, that was really dumb. And of course, this wouldn't be a Yellowjacket episode without what the hell is Misty going to be doing in this episode, whether it be her adult version or her version that's the teenager. And of course, she's spying on Kevin, because she's got the whole camera in Natalie's room. So, but she also has the reporter, Jessica, pretty much all tied up, and she wants answers for Travis's death. She's really looking out for her friends, and she doesn't care if she has to kill somebody or even torture them. And that's what she's pretty much going to do here. And I'm wondering where this is going to go for the last 3 episodes. Is Jessica going to be able to get out of this? Are they going to end up working together? Because she has a lot of interesting details that she claims is leverage, but Misty quickly throws that back into her face. We'll get back into that very shortly. So the more people are talking about that, they have this theory that Adam is Javi in disguise. We always get these weird little moments between Javi and Shauna. So you might be onto something. Shauna's also hiding something else. I guess it's like a journal or a log. I don't know why you would just have that on you. Whatever. It is what it is. She puts it up right where she's sleeping. it's pretty much clear as day that, you know, if all somebody has to do is look up and they'll see it. It was a really dumb hiding spot. You could have put it somewhere else, or put it somewhere that wasn't in the house or in the cabin. Going back to present day, they put a tracker in the bag to find out who pretty much is blackmailing them. They get a lead. They chase this guy down. Well, Natalie does. Fires a shot, completely misses. So they kind of have to find out a different way to go about this, because they lost the money. The guy that could have been the key to all this, who was really blackmailing them, he gets away. You know, it was pretty much a failed mission, but it shows you how determined Natalie is to figuring out who killed Travis, or if it was really just a suicide. But she's convinced that it was somebody that did it. We got some like I said, we got some details with this reporter chick we're gonna get into. But before I do all that, let's go back to the wilderness, where Lottie's kind of prediction or premonition is starting to come to fruition. See how I rhymed there? Didn't do that on purpose. So she starts to see this river that is obviously red, and that was one sign, but we don't see the smoke. So this is where, you know, Ty just kind of goes off. She's like kind of sick of it. She's like, you know what, if you guys want to go back, but I'm not going to go back. She's just really hard-headed, and you could just feel the uncomfortable feeling that Van has, you know, because she knows something ain't right, and she should have turned back. She would have probably, you know what, I'm gonna stop myself right there. We're gonna get into it. Before we do, we gotta talk about Shauna and just how messy Shauna is. So after they come back from this failed mission, she sees that Adam is there, and Adam is just really, really obsessed with Shauna. A little bit too obsessed. And I have to give it to Adam. You know, he's bold to pull up to the crib, not even knowing, like, he even checked. He made precautions. So Shauna ends up bringing Adam into the house, which, damn, man, she really fucked up here. She was really sloppy, and they ended up oversleeping. She's able to kind of get Adam out of the house before Jeff even finds out, which is fucking crazy, bro. She's gonna get caught up eventually. I feel like Jeff knows at one point, or, you know, or assumes. So going back to the wilderness, because we're getting to the end of this episode, they're all kind of taking turns keeping watch, making sure nothing goes wrong and whatnot. On this other side of things, we got Misty questioning what's going on with this reporter, and what is she really doing here? What is her true motives? She makes this really interesting kind of thing that I'm wondering if Misty's going to look into it, because the whole money situation, and just, she kind of puts it out there like it has to be somebody that knows Travis. So was it Natalie? You know, does she have something to do with this? I don't know. Or maybe it's Avi / Adam. I don't know, because he's still a suspect. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of interesting characters going on that we don't fully know, or I think they're going to wait for a big reveal at the end of this season, going into season 2. Speaking of Natalie, she tries to sneak back her way into bed with Eddie, and Eddie's a cop, so, you know, the first thing he notices that something's wrong with his gun. One of the round, like, there's a bullet missing. It instantly questions Natalie, like, what's going on? Are you doing something illegal? And of course Natalie can't let him know because he's a cop. So she has to pretty much kill this relationship and burn that bridge. Finally get to the end of this episode, and Shauna is going to sleep, and Jackie finds the book and starts reading it, and she's just completely upset. Then all of a sudden, because Ty was the one that was going to take shift first, then all of a sudden she wakes up and she's in a tree and there's smoke below her, and it's everybody like fighting off wolves, and fucking Van gets mauled by a wolf and she's pretty much dead. So that's pretty much the first character that really dies out of the whole group. So that was interesting. I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed everything with the wilderness stuff and whatnot. The stuff with them as adults, like the whole, putting the tracker in the bag to find the blackmailer stuff, I think that could have been done better. It almost took me out of the episode at points. The stuff that Misty's doing is really dope. Misty is always going to be my favorite part of each one of these episodes because she's really determined to, figure out what's going on. And I don't know, maybe that kind of rules her out. I don't know, or maybe she's trying to cover her tracks. Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Man, what are they gonna do for the season finale, man? I'm looking forward to what's coming next. But I'm gonna get out of here. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.